Yo, we ready to get right back into it. Here we go.
Who's gonna love this?
I swear, niggas be doing anything in front of the hoes. Bro should just be happy that he was actually able to land that shit this time. Bro really tried to play it off and everything, but I know for a fact under that mask, this man's smiling like these right now. So we cut to the next scene and we see T'Challa about to catch up with Claw. But this man got his goons out here driving like Jack Doherty, hitting cars and causing traffic jams. And Shuri out here freaking out because she can't find an opening, but T'Challa tells her to keep driving before he hits this clean ass move. We are not going to make it. Keep going. Jumping to the side and digging his claws into the ground so they can drift around these cars and stay on the pursuit. Romans think he in double dash or something. Then these goons started loading the clip on T'Challa, but bro just busted that shit off like it's nothing. And I know he a superhero and everything, but how is he out here eating this many shots? This nigga must eat bullets for breakfast. Then T'Challa decides to jump on the other car, crawls on the roof, then uses his claws to rip that shit clean open and hits these dudes with a...
We've been trying to contact you regarding your car's extended warranty.
Had this driver looking shook. Bro heard insurance and hopped out the V immediately just for him to get ran over by Shuri's car.
What was that? Don't worry, Shuri. Just think of it as bonus space.
And while all that's going on, Okoye pulls up behind these grunts as they start unloading the clip on this vibranium car. They must not know this shit got that 50-cent coating. I mean shit, you would think after bro had to hit a resupply box, he would realize that that shit ain't penetrating the V. And Okoye over here like...
So primitive.
Nah, I can't believe it. She basically calling these niggas out for that 1% Neanderthal they have coursing through their veins. So she decides she had enough and hops out the V and uses her African Jordans to stick onto the roof while she lines up a shot. And then we see her throw her spear straight through the back window into the front, causing this car to crash and giving every passenger whiplash so bad they finna wake up like these. And to add on to the disrespect, she hits a Game 6 Braun face right afterwards. But that shit doesn't last long because Claw looks back and sees her trying to line up a second shot. So he decides to up the hand and uses that to eviscerate this vibranium car and turn that shit into straight scrap metal. Bro, I just know all his goons that wasted bullets trying to stop these two looking over at bro like these right now.
Really, nigga?
You're really telling me bro could have just done this shit the whole time? He really had these two flying in the air and sliding across the pavement, taking them out of the equation. Had this girl Okoye hitting that Space Jam arm stretch just to grab her pole and stay alive. And even though they might still be living, I know for a fact that rubber about to hurt like shit. And while all that's going on, T'Challa is finally able to catch up with Claw, and bro's ready to crash out after what he just did to his two black queens. So Shuri starts cutting it up in traffic until T'Challa gets close enough to jump onto this car and uses an aura blast to blow that shit up, leaving the only car left being the one that Claw's in. And you can just tell this man T'Challa mad as shit by the way he tooted up right now. Bro looks like he's ready to pounce. But just before they could do that, Claw pops out the V and hits their car with the mean ass key blast, eviscerating that shit and almost getting their way. But unlike the other two, this man T'Challa really came here prepared for anything. Nigga like me would have seen that shit destroyed and called it a day. Had me going back to Wakanda empty-handed like...
I lost.
But instead, this man proceeds to do one of the most extra sequences I've ever seen in all of MCU. Bro starts off by weaving Claw's attack, then he proceeds to summon his inner ninja warrior and starts to defy the laws of gravity by running up a literal wall.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
And to add on to it, after that, bro decides to hit a Jordan pose in midair before he grips onto the side of Claw's V and gives bro a free tire change, causing bro to crash into this post and have his car spinning in the air like a blade. I just know one look at the dash cam footage would have these niggas getting tossed around like these. And then we hear...
Did you think we would forget?
And this is the only time I think I can say this nigga really messed up bringing a gun to a knife fight. Cause he tries hitting T'Challa with the same move he got him with before, but bro ain't finna let that shit slide. Nigga really snatched that shit off his body and had bro out here looking scared for his life like...
I need fucking hands.
And if I'm being honest, at this point I know we all thinking the exact same thing. This nigga Claw is cooked. Bro, I can't even cap. As soon as I saw this man T'Challa open up his claws, I started celebrating like these. Like how even in bro's final breaths is he out here still saying some out of pocket shit?
I do not associate with...
Nah, I ain't even finna let him finish that line. But that's when the rest of the group pulls up to stop T'Challa before he can put this man on a t-shirt.
Not in front of all these people. My king, stop.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
Bro, no cap, they better than me, because if I were in bro's shoes right now, I'd do him worse than Ultron. But after that, they end up taking bro in. And he just out here laughing the whole time because he knows his boy's about to get him out. And that's when Nakia looks outside and sees these dudes driving slow as shit in this van. Bro, I can't even lie, whoever was in charge of picking out the whip needs to be dropped like AD. My guy really chose the one whip that puts niggas on high alert immediately. If I'm being honest, I don't know a single person who see a white minivan pulling up and don't hit the...
That's suspicious. That's weird.
When the kid starts peeping the security cams and sees they glitching out. And that's when we cut to Killmonger. We see this man setting up these charges in the back, ready to blow up the whole spot to save his day one. So bro starts to equip the mask and sets his bomb off, and nigga immediately starts upping that shit at everybody. At this point, I don't even think this man was aiming. He was just out here shooting this shoot. Bro looking like PBM trying to hit a trick shot. And to add on to it, bro ends up pulling out a whole ass grenade and just tosses that shit into this room. But that's when T'Challa shows us why he was drafted in the first round by the Avengers. Bro really looked at that shit on the ground and hit this pose right here before jumping on top of that shit and taking all the impact, saving everybody in the room. Then T'Challa gets up looking hot as hell and tries to run out the room to catch them before they can escape. But this nigga Killmonger came prepared to hit this man with the whole noob tube to the chest. Got this man out here hitting the Jaden Smith pose until he looks up and notices this man rocking that Wakandan royal family ring on his chain like an OTF pendant. And I know bro mad confused because he ain't never saw no mop-headed niggas at any of his family reunions. So he thinking that bro must have stolen this shit. But before he can confront him, bro hops in the whip and dips. So after that, T'Challa heads back to Wakanda to get some answers. And that's when Zuri lets him know the cause of all this generational trauma.
My king, I have something I have to tell you. Way back in the Win-Win times, your father had a brother and his name was Prince Njobu. And one day we heard a knock on the door.
Hey yo, there's two bad bitches and a nigga in spandex outside. What should I do?
Open it.
Like for real?
I said open it. They will not knock again.
And I don't even know if I could call this aura. Nigga really out here popping out like... Nah, give this nigga T'Chaka a medal. That shit was tough. And that's when we saw this bitch turn to Zuri and tell him, which basically means let him know who you are. And that's when we found out this man Zuri told T'Chaka his father was selling off vibranium to claw behind his back. And I can't even believe bro tried to cap to him in the first place. Nigga really had that shit in 4K this whole time. Then we see this man Njobu hit that RDR2 quick draw just for him to get that shit smacked at his head like he tried to grab the last burger at a Lizzo concert. And while doing that, bro ends up accidentally stabbing him straight in the stomach, then turns around to Zuri and hits him with this.
These are not tears. I am just waiting for my eyes.
Honestly, at this point, I don't even think he cared about the story. He's just thinking how this man Zuri was out here snitching. And to make things even worse, right after we found out T'Challa's dad left the baby Killmonger by himself. In the projects. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kinda understanding why this man Killmonger was really out here tweaking. Bro had a sadder backstory than Eminem and 8 Mile. The shit wild.
A few moments later.
Anyways, after that, we cut back to Killmonger loading up a Russ 1v1 against this nigga Claw. Bro, I know for a fact nothing good gonna happen at Trevor's airport. So Killmonger tells him that he wants him and his girl to be dropped off in Wakanda, but Claw responds to him like,
You don't wanna go there, boy.
So this nigga Killmonger starts acting like a grade A crash out. All he had to do was hear Claw call him boy and immediately started up in that shit. So in response, Claw ends up grabbing Killmonger's girl. And to be honest, I don't know how she out here getting put in a full Nelson by a nigga with one arm.
Was never in a full Nelson though.
I spun the nigga around and I put the nigga in a full Nelson.
She really out here looking scared as shit, but she just gotta hit one of these. And she good. And this right here is when I knew this man Killmonger was a straight up tweaker. Bro really looked this girl straight in the face and hit her with a...
Gonna be okay.
Then hit her with a... Just trying to get at Claw. But he was able to run away and find cover just for Killmonger to start using aim hacks and walk this nigga down, popping around the corner and putting this man in last stand just to walk up to him and start hitting emotes before throwing up his game size and putting them away for good. And with that, Killmonger finally heads up to Wakanda. And when he gets there, he runs into some Wakandans and shows them that he killed Claw. So they end up taking him to see King T'Challa. And just off this fit alone, you could tell this man about to crash out. Bro really looked in his closet and said, "Give me the Vegeta." Oh nah.
It's about to go down.
So Killmonger starts to mean mug everybody in the spot, causing T'Challa to finally have to get some bass in his voice and hit him with a
Theater, speak.
I'm coming for your hus. I took out the one man you couldn't now look. They all on my body.
You cannot take my horse. I'm a motherfucking king, nigga. And you coming out here with that mop on your head. Wisdom is faster. Now, what do you want?
I want the throne.
You? The throne?
So Killmonger starts asking to run the fade, but everybody in the room starts laughing at his challenge. So in response to that, Killmonger hits him with the coldest name drop in the MCU.
We object your request.
Oh, I ain't requesting nothing. Ask who I am.
Take him away.
Ungubani, Indingu Njadaka, Unyanaka Njobu. Huh? You ain't the son of a king, you a son of a murderer.
Bro was really out here with his instigator badge on Hall of Fame. Went from everybody in the room laughing at him to having everybody out here looking like these. So T'Challa takes a second to regroup himself before he hits him with a
son of Njobu, I accept your challenge.
And they both head out to run their generational fade. These niggas really out here having a Sasuke and Naruto moment. Even chose the waterfall stage and everything. And I'm not gonna lie, at this moment, I'm gonna bet my money on that man Killmonger. Cause what type of nigga's first instinct in battle is to make their weapon shorter?
Pause the camera right there. Rewind the video. Are those high top black forces? This nigga is crazy.
And if I'm being honest, I know this is the moment T'Challa knew he was cooked. Cause bro started off talking to him crazy, hitting him with the
I don't want peace. I want problems, always.
And after that, bro decides to take off his shirt, showing off his scars, stating that each individual scar represents a kill he's gotten in the past. I guess this nigga hasn't heard of the notes app. So they get straight to boxing, and at first, everything's at a stalemate. Bro, I don't know how this man was out here talking so much smack just to be out here spamming the same move over and over again. But I guess that button mashing was able to work, cause he starts getting some licks in and stabs T'Challa straight in the chest. Got this man hitting the will you marry me. And right before Killmonger can pat this man up for good, Zuri steps in and hits him with a
Zuri, no. I am the cause of your father's death, not him. Take me.
Bro really did all that just to get packed up too. I guess that's what happens when you try to talk things out with that crash out. And after seeing that, T'Challa tries to swing at bro one last time just for him to get that shit reversed. So Killmonger picks him up, walks over to the legend, tosses his ass over that shit. Had this man going out like Speed in the Royal Rumble. Shit's tragic. T'Challa really out here going out sad, bro. This nigga really got that black beat out of him. After this, everyone's just gonna have to call him Panther. And now that their fade's over, Killmonger turns to the crowd and hits him with one of these.
Nah, I'm your king.
Had everyone in the crowd looking shook. And to make things even worse, bro starts making a whole bunch of rule changes in his first day as king.
Starting from now, y'all gotta grow hair. We can't, we have alopecia.
I said grow it, bitch. After that, bro proceeds to be extra. Like he literally ordered all the Wakandans to burn down all the fruit that gives power to the Black Panther so he could be the last king they ever have. So not only is this man responsible for bringing one of the worst hairstyles known to the black community, but now you're telling me after he burned out all this fruit, he basically turned Wakanda into a dictatorship. And with T'Challa getting packed up, it's looking like there's no way these Wakandans can win. Bro, I don't know what Ryan Coogler was thinking. This shit finna set us back at least 100 years. Anyways, moral of the story, y'all. I never hear that.
On behalf of Dr. Umar Ifatunde Oguntade and the International Movement for the Independence and Protection of African People, you have hereby been excommunicated from the African race.
Bye, have a beautiful time. I give you all of my love. You do that shit all the way. By your exact brand new.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought it'd be longer.